71 BC, the date when Gerardesca Manutius, a slave who became a gladiator, forever entered history. It all began much earlier, amid the rebellious turmoil when Spartacus's revolt shook the Roman Empire. She wasn't a warrior, nor a heroine. She was merely a woman among the rebels, a concubine to one of the slaves who harbored a thirst for revenge. But her fate changed when the revolt was crushed, and her life took a different turn. On the battlefield, she caught the eye of General Crassus. Not only as an object of his desire, Crassus saw something more in her. Gerardesca became to him not just a prize, but a symbol of power and threat. Because of this threat, or perhaps his own uncertainty about what to do with her, Crassus made a decision that would change her life. He sent her to a gladiatorial school. She went through the hell of training, where each day was a fight for survival. In her eyes, there was neither fear nor doubt, and on the arena, she quickly became a symbol of brutal strength. But her victories were not as numerous as later legends would suggest. Myths claim that Gerardesca defeated up to 200 opponents. However, this number was nothing more than an exaggeration, a part of the myth that grew around her image. In reality, her feats were far more modest. Her death came in her final battle, and became the end not only of her life, but also of her legend. The fight with two dwarfs ended when one of them drove a trident into her back. She fell onto the sand, bleeding. In her last moments, she raised a finger, a gesture symbolizing a plea for mercy. But the judgment of the crowd was harsh and unforgiving. They demanded the finality. They demanded death. In her final moments, Gerardesca saw only downward-turned fingers in the hands of the spectators. This was her end. And with this end, not only did she die, but her myth also died, leaving behind an empty space for reflections on how much of what was said about her was truly real.